In March of 2013, I was in the Beth Israel Hospital for gallbladder surgery. I had some complications, was feeling some lower abdominal pain. They did order for me to have a CAT scan done, so I didn't hear anything, so I just assumed, being from the old school, no news is good news. So I assumed that everything was clear and that it was post-traumatic from the surgery that I had done. After getting discharged, I wasn't feeling very well at all. I had thought that this was the way that I was just going to have to live after I had spoken to a few friends, and they said that after gallbladder surgery, your diet does change and you can't digest things as well as you had before. I continued not to be able to eat. I had lost a lot of weight. After quite a while, I decided that this was not the norm. I decided to go to my gastroenterologist, and I had told him that I wasn't going to leave the hospital until he did find out what was wrong with me. He did perform some different tests. I came back on a Monday. I drank the barium enema. He then did find out that there was a mass there, so I was very, very upset, of course. Then I was right away referred to the Beth Israel to see a surgeon, and they did a few more tests, and they did discover that I did indeed have ovarian cancer, stage 3. Then I did meet my oncologist and went through chemotherapy. Then I had my hysterectomy, and then they gave me a reprieve, and then I did end up having more chemotherapy. While I was home recuperating from the gallbladder surgery, the place where I worked offered me some short-term disability, and I was just going over the paperwork that my oncologist's office had filled out. And they had asked on the paperwork, was there any pre-existing conditions? And they had written down that I had had the open gallbladder surgery and an incidental finding in March of 13 that I had ovarian cancer. I had read that paper when after I had already been diagnosed with the cancer and had started to go through treatment. At that point, I was very, very upset because I was a breast cancer survivor in 2006, had been treated at the Beth Israel Hospital, have felt as though that was the hospital for me to go to, and the fact that I was not informed in March that there was a suspicious on the x-ray at that point. That patients shouldn't have to find out these things on their own. It was bad enough to know that I had cancer, but to know that I already had it back in March, and the time that I had suffered those few months were, very, very hard for me to get through. And at that point, people were telling me to change the hospital. They said, you shouldn't stay at the Beth Israel Hospital. And I said, no, I've already met my cancer doctor. I loved her, and I just felt Beth Israel was the place that I wanted to be at.